our mission, this is not just for members, but also for our guests who are interested in joining Toastmasters. And Toastmasters, just like any good organization, has a mission. If you don't know what you're aiming at, how will you know if you get there? And this is just the mission for the club. And it says, or it reads, the mission of a Toastmasters club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Now, there's not a person here who's come to this meeting as a guest or a returning member who didn't come here to develop self-confidence and personal growth. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm here. That's why I encourage people to come. That's why we tell our friends and family. If you want to get better, if you want to get stronger, if you want to become more competent, you need to make a step. And this is a good place to do it. Now it says that we are to be a supportive environment. Imagine coming to this meeting and getting some sort of character assassination, being treated like you were running for public office. That would not make you want to come back, would it? But if you come here and people smile, they greet you, they offer you positive encouragement when you give your speeches, and one of the ways we do that is very simple. Clapping. How often does that happen? If you do something good at work, you get clapping, maybe you'll get an evaluation, maybe you won't, and you might have to wait 6 months. We do it right here, today, right now, so you don't have to wait to find out. And we encourage each other through our evaluation, saying, Ryan, I really enjoyed that table topic. You brought out some really great points. This showed that you were able to think on your feet, to think quickly, to begin to organize, and then to respond in a way that made sense. Congratulations. Now, if I could just offer a few suggestions for improvement. You tended to rock back and forth, or you jiggled, your change in your pocket. Now, see, that's something that's helpful to him, but non-threatening. It's a supportive way of helping Ryan improve his communication skills. And that is the mission of every member in this club. Now, it also says in our mission that we are to provide, once again, a positive learning experience. I can't emphasize positive enough, because we come here because we are so afraid to get in front of people, yes? Oh, yeah. I'm going to go back to Ryan, because I'm also an alumni of San Francisco State, and I took that same class so I could graduate. And I can remember each time having to get up to give the presentation to the last one, where you had to give it or you didn't pass the class. And I remember to this day standing outside the room, which must have had 50 students, too scared to go in, knowing that I could blow everything if I didn't go through that door, but still not able to force myself to open that door and come in. Fortunately, the professor was very kind, came out, talked to me for a few minutes, and I was eventually able to go back in and complete the project and pass the class. Positive learning environment. We have tools that you can use, so you're not in it alone. We have our manuals. Toastmasters does an excellent job of writing up what we need to do. We don't come in and tell you, oh, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that, you must talk about this. No, you have the freedom to talk about anything you want, as long as you do it in a respectful, positive, encouraging way. We don't have to agree with you. We don't have to like what you say. In fact, if we don't like it enough, I'll write a speech and come back and talk about my side of the issue. And that's perfectly acceptable. Another positive, encouraging way to learn and to support each other. So we are supportive, and we're providing a positive learning experience, because we learn better when things are positive as opposed to negative. You could probably beat knowledge into a person, but it's not going to be a very happy experience. And we don't want to scar anyone for life. In fact, we want to undo some of the scars we have from disasters in public speaking we may have experienced in the past. And finally, he talks about the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills. Well, communication is pretty obvious. Most of you know that we are a public speaking training organization, the largest in the world, as a matter of fact. But we don't talk much about leadership. Now, it's not just enough to be a good communicator, but to be a good leader. Because I'm looking at a room full of what I think are professional people. Many of you are already in management. Some of you aspire to become managers. But do you want to be the kind of manager who rides their employees for every little unimportant, unessential little bit of something because you have no idea of how to really work with people, inspire them to do a better job, so you nitpick in every little thing? Have you ever had a boss like that? They don't really know anything, but they watch the clock. You know, you came in at 8:01 instead of 7:59 because that's the thing they can control, because they have no clue of how to work with people, how to manage. So we don't want to do that. So one of the things we like to do at Toastmasters is we talk about leadership. And we do that through taking roles in the meeting, learning how to prepare, and then to perform. But we also have officers in our club. We're president, I'm vice president of education, we have a treasurer, secretary. We have opportunities outside the club. We have areas and divisions, a whole organization, to where you can actually become part of the worldwide network of the 200,000 members in the 90 countries that Toastmasters operates in. No end to the opportunities that you can have in Toastmasters to help you develop communication and leadership skills if you're so inclined. So the result of diligent, enthusiastic, sincere, committed participation in Toastmasters, a willingness to adhere to the mission of our club, will not only make you a better communicator, your self-confidence will grow by leaps and bounds. It'll take time, but you will get there. The growth of skill and competence will impress everyone, so that after you become a member, and after you worked at it for a few months, and as people in the office begin to say, wow, you really have changed. So instead of hiding under the table in the meeting when your boss looks around, now you can sit up, meet those eyes, and know that whatever they ask you, you're really ready, able to do. Because you have developed enough confidence in yourself through participation in Toastmasters that you become an even more valuable employee, member of the family, than you already are. So, by adhering to the mission of the club, our mission provides a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills. You will indeed foster self-confidence and personal growth.